You've probably heard that Malta is becoming a popular travel destination. This small island nation in the heart of the Mediterranean Sea may seem tiny on the map, but its history, culture, and unique qualities are truly captivating. Officially known as the Republic of Malta, this archipelago, made up of the islands of Malta, Gozo, and Comino, holds fascinating secrets that many people don't even imagine. Situated between Sicily and North Africa, its strategic location has made it a key player in the political and military arenas of various civilizations throughout the millennia. Before we begin, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our publications. Without further ado, let's go. Since ancient times, Malta has been shaped by a succession of cultures: Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Normans, Knights of the Order of St. John, French, and British. This blend has left a profound architectural and cultural legacy. The Arab presence, for example, influenced the Maltese language, which has Semitic roots, although English and Italian are also widely spoken. With around 519,000 inhabitants spread over an area of just 122 square miles, Malta is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Despite this, it maintains a strong sense of community. There's even a popular saying that in Malta, everyone knows everyone. This is not exactly literal, but it is true that in such a small society, social connections overlap and often surprise even visitors. This sense of unity is reflected in various aspects of daily life. In local festivals, for example, it is common to discover that the stranger next to you has some connection to your family or knows someone from your circle. Maltese culture is rich in religious celebrations, processions, and village festivals that strengthen the bonds between inhabitants. Despite its small size, Malta is a country of contrasts. One example is the impressive number of registered cars on the island. More than 300,000 vehicles circulate in a territory smaller than most medium-sized cities. That's about 670 cars per square kilometer. This is partly due to the limited public transport infrastructure, but also to a culture where owning a car is almost an extension of one's personal identity. Still, Maltese buses offer an affordable and functional alternative. The Explore card, for example, allows unlimited travel for 7 days for a price well below the European average. For residents, the tal-Fenek card offers even more advantages, with free travel for students, seniors, and other specific groups. It's an efficient way to get around and still experience local daily life more authentically. Another surprising curiosity is how Malta deals with the shortage of fresh water. With no rivers or lakes, the country has adopted an innovative solution: desalination of seawater through the reverse osmosis process. This ensures drinking water for the entire population and visitors, although the taste may be slightly different due to the treatment method. Exploring the capital Valletta, visitors discover not only charming streets and historic facades, but also a city that hides an underground world. Tunnels initially built during the 1565 siege were expanded by the Knights of St. John and later by the British. These tunnels served as a defense system, a drainage network, and even as an air raid shelter during World War II. Walking through these passages is literally stepping on centuries of intertwined history. Malta also stands out for its cuisine. The national dish, rabbit stew, called stufa tal-Fenek, has roots dating back to Phoenician times. Slowly cooked with red wine, garlic, onion, and tomato, the dish is served with potatoes and crusty Maltese bread. Although rabbit meat consumption has decreased today, the dish remains a symbol of national identity. And speaking of war, Malta holds the title of one of the most bombed places in World War II. Between 1940 and 1942, it suffered more than 3,300 air raids by Axis forces. For 154 consecutive days, the population faced constant bombing. More than 30,000 buildings were destroyed. Despite the devastation, the Maltese resistance was so strong that the country received the George Cross, one of Britain's highest honors, for the bravery of its people. The war led many Maltese to seek new beginnings. Australia became one of the most sought-after destinations for Maltese immigrants. It is estimated that today more than 200,000 Australians are direct descendants of Maltese, a number that rivals the current population of Malta itself. This diaspora has maintained strong ties to traditions, bringing typical festivals, dishes, and even Maltese churches to the other side of the world. Malta has also shone in pop culture. The first season of the acclaimed series Game of Thrones was partly filmed on the island. Locations such as Medina Gate, Fort St. Angelo, and Verdala Palace served as iconic settings for King's Landing and other fictional points in Westeros. For fans of the series, walking through these locations is like stepping inside George R.R. Martin's universe. And if you're looking for relaxation amidst nature, be sure to visit the Blue Lagoon on the island of Comino. This heavenly piece of incredibly turquoise waters attracts visitors from all over the world. The transparency of the water and the contrast with the white sand make it the ideal place to swim, dive, and take breathtaking photos. The Blue Lagoon is accessible only by boat, which adds a touch of exclusivity to the experience. In addition to its natural charm, Malta is home to some of the oldest megalithic temples in the world, dating back to around 3600 BC. Places like Hagar Kim, Manajdra, and the Hypogeum of Hal Saflieni are UNESCO World Heritage Sites and offer a glimpse into the prehistoric civilizations that inhabited the island. With a strongly Catholic religious heritage, Malta is also home to over 365 churches, one for each day of the year. St. John's Co-Cathedral in Valletta is a magnificent example of Baroque art with impressive frescoes and carved gold details. It houses the famous work, The Beheading of St. John the Baptist by Caravaggio. Walking the streets of Malta is witnessing the fusion of tradition and modernity. Although one of the smallest countries in Europe, Malta surprises with its architecture, its cultural diversity, and its ability to preserve the past while moving towards the future. The country has also become a technological and financial hub, attracting international companies and startups thanks to its modern legislation and tax incentives. Even with so many contrasts, from medieval fortresses to luxurious casinos, from ancient villages to modern co-working centers, Malta retains an authentic and welcoming spirit. It is a place where the visitor feels part of the landscape, where the past and present are intertwined in every corner, and where the blue sky meets the crystal-clear sea to create a setting that is both historic and enchanting. Malta is, without a doubt, much more than just an island in the Mediterranean. It is a living, vibrant, and surprising time capsule. Did you know these curiosities about Malta? Share in the comments what surprised you the most. If you liked today's video, please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out the video that's on your screen right now, and I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.